Good morning, and welcome to Tacoma Buddhist Temple's virtual Eshinni and Kakushinni Memorial Service. My name is Denise Cline, and I am the president of the Tacoma Buddhist Women's Association. On behalf of the Tacoma BWA, I would like to thank Reverend Koyama, the Tacoma Buddhist Temple, and the Tacoma Buddhist Temple Education Committee for today's special service to honor Eshinni and Kakushinni. I want to especially thank Reverend Cyndi Yasaki for leading today's service, as well as Minister's Assistant Lynrae Hubbell and Pianist Donna Sasaki. Who were Eshinni and Kakushinni? The founder of our Jodo Shinshu sect of Buddhism is Shinran Shonin. Eshinni was Shinran's wife, and Kakushinni was his youngest daughter of their 6 children. Why do we dedicate a special service in their honor? In 1921, 10 letters written by Eshinni to Kakushinni were discovered in the archives at the Jodo Shinshu headquarters in Kyoto. Little is known about the lives of Eshinni and Shinran except through these letters, which described important historical events in the life of Shinran Shonin, as well as the conditions in Japan during the Kamakura era. Eshinni was born in the Niigata prefecture in 1182, the daughter of a samurai of high rank in Echigo, and married Shinran around 1210 when he was exiled to Echigo. She was described as refined, well-educated, and a landowner, which allowed her and Shinran to survive and raise a family while he pursued his life's mission of spreading the NEMBUTSU teaching. Despite her many hardships, Eshinni's belief in the NEMBUTSU was unwavering. Eshinni passed away in 1268 at the age of 86. As Eshinni is revered for her dedication to Shinran, Kakushinni is known for being her father's caregiver in his final years. She was about 30 years old when Shinran passed away on January 16, 1263, at the age of 90. 10 years after Shinran's death, Kakushinni received some prime property from her husband, where she built a memorial hall for his remains and established the means for ensuring that the hall and property would belong to the Jodo Shinshu sangha for future generations. Today, this is known as the Otani Mausoleum and the Jodo Shinshu Honganji-ha, headed by the Monshu. A monument stands in front of the Obutsudan at the Otani Mausoleum to pay tribute to Kakushinni's contributions. Why do all BWA chapters recognize Eshinni and Kakushinni? In 1978, at the World BWA Convention in Brazil, a resolution was approved for all BWA chapters to conduct an annual service in memory of Eshinni. Then, in 2002, at the BWA World Convention in Brazil, a resolution was passed to also honor Kakushinni. The contributions of both Eshinni and Kakushinni have had a lasting impact on Jodo Shinshu Buddhism. Eshinni gave Shinran Shonin her complete dedication and support as he pursued his life's mission of spreading the NEMBUTSU teaching, while Kakushinni established the foundation and center from which to transmit his teachings for many generations. Eshinni and Kakushinni represented women of the Kamakura era who were confident and self-aware, and who actively participated in the history of Japan and Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, and therefore, we honor both women during this memorial service today. Please join me in Gasho. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu.
と Namanabs, 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 namanabs. Namanabs, 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 namanabs. Please join me in Gasho. The liberating wheel of light is without bound. Each person it touches, it is taught, is freed from attachments to being and non-being. So take refuge in Amida, the enlightenment of non-discrimination. Namo Amida Butsu, 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 Namo. Good day, everyone. It is an honor to be asked to be the speaker for the Tacoma Buddhist Temple's Eshinni and Kakushinni service. My name is Cyndi Yasaki, and I am originally from the Gardena Buddhist Church, which is located in the city of Gardena, which is in the lower Los Angeles County area. Reverend Koyama and I are very happy and elated to be here in Tacoma Buddhist Temple. It has been very nice meeting you all these past 2 months. Though we have not been able to meet physically, Reverend Koyama and I are looking forward to hosting you all for a temple gathering once it is safe to do so. Going back to the Gosandai, or opening quote, this is a quote written by the founder of Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, Shinran Shonin. Shinran wrote over 400 wasans, or hymns, which is compiled into 3 different collections. This wasan comes from the first set of hymns called the Jodo Wasan, or Hymns of the Pure Land, and is within a section which describes the light of Amida Buddha. Shinran uses 37 different hymns within his wasans. He uses 2 names in this particular hymn. The first is within the line he writes as the liberating wheel of light is without bound, or the boundless light of Amida. And the second name is in the last line. So take refuge in Amida, the enlightenment of non-discrimination. I wanted to focus more on the last name, the enlightenment of non-discrimination. In some schools of Buddhism, women are not seen as being able to attain enlightenment after this lifetime. A woman would have to be reborn in the human realm as a man before being able to go to the Pure Land. But Shinran's understanding of the wondrous and constant working of Amida Buddha is that even a woman in this life can attain birth in the Pure Land after death because of Amida's light of non-discrimination. Eshinni and Kakushinni were 2 of these women who understood these teachings and helped to promote Shinran's understanding of Amida Buddha. We know of Eshinni, the wife of Shinran, because of many letters found in storage that contain information about Shinran during his time of exile and through their marriage until Shinran's death. During their time, it was highly unusual for working priests to have a wife. Eshinni, who historians agree is either an aristocrat or was well educated in her youth, met and fell in love with Fuji Yoshizane, who was just exiled to Echigo for being the disciple of a priest called Genku, or Honen Shonin. There, their love blossomed, and they eventually married and had children. During this time, Yoshizane continued to preach his master's teaching and called himself Gutoku Shaku Shinran, the stubble-haired fool Shinran of the Shaka clan. Eventually, Shinran's exile was pardoned, and he was able to return to Kyoto, where he lived out the rest of his days. His youngest daughter, Kakushinni, followed him to Kyoto and took care of him until his death on January 16, 1263. 9 years after Shinran's death, Kakushinni donated a plot of land given to her by her second husband to the followers of her father's teachings. Upon this plot now stands Otani Honbyo, or the Otani Mausoleum, where the remains of Shinran Shonin are enshrined. She was given the job of overseeing the needs of this site, and that same job has been passed down through Shinran's lineage, eventually merging with the role of the head priest under Kakunyo Shonin, Kakushinni's grandson, and the third Monchu, or head abbot of Nishihon Ganji. Both Eshinni and Kakushinni are essential members of Jodo Shinshu. They have helped to stabilize the foundation of the Hongwanji. What these women have done for the establishment of Jodo Shinshu is critical to understanding why Amida Buddha's light of non-discrimination shines on everyone regardless of gender. Today, we celebrate the contributions of Eshinni and Kakushinni as the founding ladies of Jodo Shinshu. In closing, please recite the NEMBUTSU in gratitude of the many causes and conditions created by these women to allow us to encounter the teachings of Shinran Shonin and the workings of Amida Buddha through the name Namo Amida Butsu. Please join me in Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda, 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 namanda.
Hi, I'm Lynrae Hubbell, and I'm a minister's assistant at the Tacoma Buddhist Temple. I will be reading a letter from Eshinni to her daughter, Kakushinni. Let me assure you that I read your letter dated the first day of the 12th month last year, sometime after the 20th of the same month. Above all, concerning the birth of my husband Shinran in the Pure Land, nothing whatsoever needs to be said anew. Long ago, when he left Mount Hiei, he secluded himself for 100 days at the Rokakudo Chapel to pray concerning his next life. At dawn on the 95th day, Shotoku Taishi appeared in a revelation and composed a verse for him. Straightway he went out that dawn, seeking to establish a karmic bond that would save him in the next life, and he thus encountered Master Honen. Just as he had secluded himself at the Rokakudo for 100 days, likewise he went to see Honen for another 100 days, rain or shine or come what may. The teaching received from him, which Shinran firmly embraced, was simply that there is only one path leading out of samsara in the next life for both the good and the evil person alike. People would say all types of things about where Master Honen might be headed. They would even say that he was headed for a benighted rebirth. Whenever people would say such things, Shinran would reply, "I am one who believes that I would even go along with him, since from realm to realm and from rebirth to rebirth, I am lost already. Amandas. Amandas.